Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video of Marvel Contest of Champions. We are running for the first time on our channel a Cavalier difficulty monthly EQ video. So just let's get right into it. So today is going to be chapter 1.1. So in that there are going to be three parts. The first part is the part A on the top left side. That is going to be with an Ebony Maw. That is going to be the easy part, so we will jump into it and we will walk through it with the end with the boss video. And then the second part is with aggression precision, and the third one is hard knock life. That is the hard part on this chapter. So the nodes here are going to be more suited to science champions. So if I'll put it simply, try to bring in champions that are poison immune, so all the poison that are applied on you can be purified and you gain furies up to 15 stacks, and that increases your damage and kills off the defenders quickly. The best counters for this one are Red Hulk, so every time you gain a poison you will get a fury and also a heat charge, so those multiply up. Same goes with She-Hulk, every time all of those personal furies they stack, so that gives you a lot of damage. You can also bring in Ghost and you can convert all of those poison charges into furies as well. And also Human Torch works amazingly well here as well, because he will not only incinerate but also he can convert all of those poison charges into furies by parrying the opponent. For exploration, most of your challenging fights, that is going to be Sasquatch, Modo, and Morningstar, are going to be on part 3. I've mentioned the counters for those champs. So yes guys, so I hope you found these slides and this information helpful, and now we can jump into the path. But before we do guys, make sure that you like the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave some feedback on the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. What do you thought about this monthly EQ video, or if you want to see something more from this. And stay tuned till then. I have a very special boss takedown as well, where I show different options, so I would suggest you to have a look at that as well. Now the first fight is against an Ebony Maw. Now he is a slightly difficult champion because you cannot parry him straight away, so you have to use a reparry technique, and I would suggest you to bring in either a Human Torch, Red Hulk, or a She-Hulk, because not only they get fury charges but they also improve their abilities as well. Like with She-Hulk, she gets extra damage with all the furies. With Red Hulk, he gets all of those he charges whenever poison applied on him, and Human Torch just has a lot of incinerate. And because it's a Mystic champion, I brought in Human Torch to easily bring him down. Next up is going to be Thor Jane Foster. Again, very simple, straightforward fight. Any champion will work. There's a lot of HP on them, so bring in champion that can really take use of those passive furies from the nodes, and a science champion. And Red Hulk fits the build really well here. You will notice every time I am poisoned, he purifies it, and he gains a heat charge, and also he gains a passive fury as well. So it's very easy to stack the passive furies and bring out the big damage and bring down the opponent. Another good champion that works with these combination of nodes is going to be She-Hulk, because whenever there's a poison applied on her, she purifies it, and she gets a personal passive fury that, along with her own passive furies that go along, multiply the damage, and she can throw out a lot of damage in a very short space of time, and she can bait out the specials as well. So She-Hulk is also a very good option to use for this Cavalier AQ. Keep in mind guys, all of these champions or all of these best attackers I've mentioned down, all of them you can use in 4-star versions, and they will be as potent as well. The fight might take longer, but the concept is the same. You need to make sure that you bring in champions that can make the best uses of those nodes and stack up those furies to make the fights shorter. Next up, we have Cyclops as well. Now, I'm going to bring in a Luke Cage. Now, Luke Cage is really interesting with these combination of paths because he applies a lot of debuff on your opponent, and he can also do power control. So if you're against a champion that has a lot of power game, like a Hyperion or like Doctor Strange or anybody with a lot of power gain, you can just bring in Luke Cage and stack those exhaustion charges. The more exhaustion charges, the more he can reverse the power of the opponent. And apart from that, he also has that indestructible. So if the opponent does reach to an SP3, you can easily tank it with an SP3 of you can easily tank it with your invulnerability as well. And just use an SP3 to stack extra of those exhaustion charges that will control the power of the opponent if they have a power gain buff. And yeah, Luke Cage is also a really fun option here. The more you parry, the more you change those poison charges into furies, and the harder Luke Cage hits. And then we have the Scarlet Witch. Now with her, just keep her to an SP1 and keep baiting that out. It's much easier to evade and much less block damage instead of an SP2. And for the champions, again, the best three champions I would suggest are going to be Human Torch, Red Hulk, and She-Hulk for this chapter. Abomination also works. Also works good is Red Hulk, is a gladiator Hulk with combination of She-Hulk. They have their synergy, so that works really well also. So if you're facing champions like Dormammu or somebody with passive damage, Gladiator Hulk is also a good option to bring in for this fight. Now the last fight before the boss is going to be a Dragon Man. Now he can be a bit tricky. Also he's a metal champion, so Magneto can work as well here, but he might die of the poison. So just bring in a poison immune champion with some good specials. Now I brought in here She-Hulk because She-Hulk's passive furies force him to use his special attacks and keep his power in check. Now, if you don't have a champion like that, he might go to an SP3 and give you quite a few damage. Other champions that work really well against Dragon Man is going to be a Luke Cage. You can stack those exhaustion charges, and because Dragon Man has that power gain buff, those power gain will be reversed. And also, if you get hit by an SP3, Luke Cage can really tank it easily. So there are quite a few options that you can go against him. You can also go with Red Hulk, but you need to be baiting out his special one a lot. So I would suggest him to keep to an SP1, which is easier to evade. SP2 can be very annoying at times and you won't be able to evade it. So yeah, once you have that in mind, it's a pretty simple and straightforward fight, guys. Hey guys, so the boss fight is going to be against the Nova. I will not do much of the talking here. The champions and all the options are shown on your screen. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And again, if you have any feedback for the monthly EQ videos, you think if I've covered everything, if I've left anything out, just leave it in the comment section down below and I will try to incorporate in the next video. So the next video will be coming out tomorrow with focus on chapter 1.2. And apart from that, guys, if you find the video helpful and you like the tips and tricks, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those bell notifications. All of that really helps me out a lot. And apart from that, guys, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.